April 22nd, we celebrate Earth Day. And this year more than ever, the consequences of the celebration, the content of the celebration is very, very important. We are now beginning to see the real effects of climate change in this country. We see it in the water shortages in California. We see it in the dryness and the arid conditions in Arizona. And we see it all over the United States and the world, the effect of climate change. A man-made phenomena that man can control and bring some relief to and some adaptation to. So climate change is the issue. And if we are going to confront that issue, then we have to have people in Congress that are not afraid to deal with this issue and think beyond their nose, to begin to think about the future and what the next generations are going to inherit. And that involves dealing with carbon emissions in a realistic way, making sure that pieces of legislation like the Clean Water Act and the Clean Air Act are protected and kept in place, that regulatory control by EPA over emissions that harm the environment and harm our public health are also protected. So as we go forward this year and we celebrate Earth Day and its founding, let's not forget that we are confronting at this moment in time a very critical question. Where do we go from here? The Republicans in Congress see no problem. They have conveniently dug their head into the sand on climate change so deep that they can't get out. All they see is more extraction. All they see is we need fossil fuels and we need to keep generating the same emissions that have created the problem. All they see is business and profit. The consequences on public health, the consequences on future generations, the economic costs down 10, 20 years from now are not factors in their thinking. Our thinking has to be much broader, much more inclusive about what will happen. Environmental equity has to be part of the discussion, conservation has to be part of the discussion, and protecting the laws I aforementioned. Earth Day is a time for celebration. But Earth Day is also a time, when Senator Nelson put it together, to renew our commitment to a clean air, clean water, and the protection of our special places and the habitats that create the earth that we live on. Those are going to be jeopardized, and they're going to be jeopardized because of inaction on the part of Republicans in this Congress. We have to be bigger thinkers, stronger thinkers, and look at the future. Is there risk involved? Yes. Short-term risk. Long-term risk is worse. There's a political short-term. The long-term risk on our earth, on humanity, are such that the short-term risk is worth taking. That's what Democrats are saying. Think about the future. My Republican colleagues are still got their head in that sand and refuse to acknowledge that we have a problem. Everybody tells us we have a problem. 98% of the scientists in this country tell us we have a problem. Our own eyes tell us we have a problem. And our own sense of place tells us we have a problem. I hope you join in celebrating Earth Day this 22nd of April. And I also hope that it's a renewal of a commitment that the generation to come is going to inherit something more than misery. Thank you very much.